Today we're back in the gym at the club at Old Stone. And I'm going to be bringing you a golf fitness workout from start to finish that you can do on your own. What we're going to do today is it's going to work on a little bit of stability, mobility, some power, and some strength. So it's going to cover all the areas that we need. But if you're looking for something that is specific just for your golf game, be sure to go to my website, parsonsgolfperformance.com. Send me an email and I'll send you some details on how I can create a custom program for you, very similar to the one we're going to do, that you can follow along with. That way you're not lost or needing to know exactly what you need to do or how to do it. So we'll dive into it. If you haven't already done a warm-up, go on and hit pause, do your warm-up. If you're unsure of what to do, you can check out my YouTube channel. I've got a couple different workout warm-ups on there. So go on and knock those out and let's get started. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is going to be a plank push-up position. So we'll go to here, make sure that we get those arms pretty much straight up and down under us, get a nice little base with the feet. And what we're going to do is a nice little twist. So we're going to turn under and open up and turn back. And we'll just go through and do these reps. Now, one of the reasons I like this is we have this stability of this shoulder. We're also working on that strength, being able to hold it. We're able to rotate around, and as I come up, I want to allow this back arm to go back. So as I'm going under, we're working that opposite shoulder blade, both with protraction and retraction, allowing it to move. So then we'd obviously go over and do the other side and really just work that motion and free all that up. Keep that stomach nice and tight, so working that stabilization of the midsection as well. For this ab exercise, we're going to need a Bocey ball. What we're doing, leaning back, having to stabilize the upper body, trying to get it parallel to the ground. One leg is bent, feet on the floor. This other one's going to be extended out. We're coming up and across, so that we're working the abs and the glutes. Back down to help stabilize. Back up. So we'll do it from this side as well. From here, down, up and across, fully extended, all the way back, leaning back as far as we can, up and across. So again, great exercise. The stability, we get the rotational aspect as well, plus we're having to brace. Overall, is going to work that entire midsection. So for this next, we're going to use a cable machine. If you do not have the cable, you can obviously use bands, but what we're going to do is drop down into a half kneeling position. So it's basically a lunge, but don't allow that knee to obviously touch the ground. This is going to help work that lower body stability. We're also going to have to separate, because as we go out into our punch, we want that lower body to stay still. And you can see this upper body rotating while the lower isn't moving. So really good for separation, great for stabilization. As you get more and more comfortable, try to really throw into that punch and create as much force as you can. That way we're really driving and pushing, but again, we're driving solely with the upper body on this one since that lower body is shut down. So really good, help out with that stabilization. For the next one, you're gonna need a 2.5 to 5 pound weight. And definitely if you follow any of the material that I put out, this one's going to be familiar to you, but we're going to do a discus turn, discus throw. What we want to do is turn and sync up, fire the hips, pull, and nice full rotation through. Okay, so what we're doing here is working on that sequence to where the hips, then torso, then arm, and in this instance, the weight, but it'd be the club, we're going to fire through. And as you get more and more comfortable with that, you can really start to twist, power, and it's like you're going to be hitting a nice big drive. So something that's really good to help you with your overall golf swing, but is definitely going to work this midsection, as well as allowing you to really pull through with that upper body to help create some more club head speed and overall just the golf swing. So for this, we'll need a band. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop down into a plank. We're going to hold the plank and then work through on the rows. So we'll go on and get set, get that butt and everything nice and level. We want to stabilize and hold and row this down and in on both sides, working back and forth. As we do it, we want to make sure that we're not rocking and turning too much, but really stabilizing in that midsection. And from here, we can go high with the row, we can go low with the row, but bounce back and forth. That way we're having to work and stabilize a little bit harder while we're pulling and working that back. All right, so now we're going to go over and do a push press. And I sort of fought back and forth between which exercise is going to be the best one. I really like a one-arm snatch, but just for safety reasons, I think this one's going to be a lot easier for you. So we take our weight and we basically get up to shoulder height. And with the push press, it's like a shoulder press, but we're wanting to do the work with that lower body. So we get a nice little squat, and it's like you're trying to throw the weight through the ceiling. So find a nice heavy weight, obviously not too heavy, but something you can manage, and try to get those reps to where we're down, exploding and throwing, again, to utilize that lower body, create some more strength, create some more power, help us rip through that drop a little bit more. So something that's going to be really good, but again, safe for just about anybody to do. For this exercise, we're back into our push-up position. And if we want to throw in the push-up, we can, but what we want to do is bring this knee up, rotate to the side, back down, we're up on the other, and across. So if we were putting in the push-up, we'd be here, up and over, push-up, up and over. What this is doing is we're stabilizing the upper body. We're working the hips and going through the range of motion from there. So we'll do it from this side as well so you can see we're up in big range of motion, up and over. Really going to help you coil, be able to load in that backswing and get that sequencing correct, firing those hips first, which again is creating more power. On this next one, grab a golf club, or in this case a speed stick, and we're going to lay straight down on our back. We're going to take the club straight overhead, and we're going to do a reverse crunch. So we're bringing this up nice and slow. Feet are going to go under. Let's extend the legs out, but don't let them touch. Come back up and under, and really try to keep that arch of your back pinned against the ground the entire time, engaging that midsection. As we go out, we're having to stabilize those muscles. As we come up into the reverse crunch, as long as it's a nice slow movement, we're having to work those. And just really nice and slow on all these reps, getting that full range of motion in through the hip, legs extended. Great exercise to, again, brace. So there's our stability. For this exercise, I have a 10-pound medicine ball. And what we're going to do is have a seat. The main reason we want to sit down is, again, so this lower body does not help out, okay? So we're going to go from here, we turn to the side, and then we turn and throw. Obviously, we're either going to need a partner or a wall. It's going to come back to us. We turn the other side, and we're going side to side, throwing the medicine ball. Keys here, keep that lower body as still as you can. As you turn, we don't want to see the knees moving around a lot, but we're from here creating a stretch and then trying to really throw through. If you're not throwing it against the wall and you're with a partner, try to throw each one a little further and a little further. The more power we can create here, the better off that golf game is going to be.